Sunday church services will look a little different this week. This after Governor Tim Walz removed occupancy limits on places of worship. Masks and social distancing are still required. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us how churches are planning to welcome back their congregations.
For the first time in about a year, churches will be able to open their doors without any limitations on how many people can be in the building at one time. Some local church leaders from the Northwest Metro say they're excited to get back to normal.
We are thrilled.
Living Word Christian Center is a mega church in Brooklyn Park. During the pandemic, social media and online services were key to staying in touch with their congregation.
In the last 12 months, we've made a concerted effort to phone everybody within the church at least twice and just check on them, see how they're doing.
Pastor Brian Sullivan says the sanctuary can accommodate about 2,800 people at each of their worship services. But with social distancing guidelines in place, they won't have that many people in the pews.
We're doing every other row for social distancing. So, we're about 1,200 max in the sanctuary.
In Crystal, Serenity Village Community Church is also adjusting to their new normal. Church officials say they aren't sure how many people they'll be able to host because social distancing limits their space.
In our sanctuary, we have chairs and we have every other row open so that we keep that closed, so that we can space everybody out.
Church officials say their outreach and recovery program will benefit greatly by the lifting of restrictions.
For the recovery community, it's really big because them being able to have meetings and meeting in person is crucial to them staying sober.
Masks are still required for services, and both church leaders say they are increasing cleaning to make sure people are safe when they worship. Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Residents in Plymouth can start to weigh in on a significant redevelopment proposal along Highway 55. There are plans to replace Dundee Nursery with a mixed-use development proposal, which includes a medical office building and an apartment complex of up to 300 units. The public can comment on an environmental assessment worksheet now available on the city's website. That 172-page document addresses potential environmental impacts. Comments must be submitted by April 22nd. Some good news for Hennepin County residents who have late fees on their library card. Your balance has been reset to zero. Going fine-free is the latest effort to make the public library accessible to more residents. Hennepin County Library officially wiped out overdue fines last week. But staff say it doesn't mean library materials are free to keep.
We do have checks in place to make sure our patrons return library materials. We still have due dates, and we expect patrons to bring library materials back by that date. If a library material is never returned, then patrons may be charged a replacement fee for that item. So once we get to 41 days past the due date, that's when a fee could appear on your record.
Overdue fines make up less than 1% of library funds. Achieving the rank of Eagle Scout is not easy. Neil Pursley found 2 new Eagle Scouts whose scouting passion runs in the family.
I wanted to become an Eagle Scout because my brother had done it and I wanted to be like him. When my sister said she was going to do it, I was like, well, I can't be the only kid that doesn't get Eagle.
The girls are some of the first females to achieve the Eagle Scout level in Boy Scouts in Minnesota and the first sisters to reach it at the same time. Whatever the motivation, the siblings, who are just 20 months apart, achieved the goal in very noteworthy time.
If you get all of your milestones end to end, it's 18 months start to finish. And I think they did it in somewhere around 20 to 22 months, so very fast.
Each of the girls had to complete an Eagle Scout project.
So for my Eagle Scout project, I really wanted to do something with Haiti. So I reached out to Healing Haiti, which is an organization that is actually based in Minnesota. And so they came up with this idea of creating birthing and layette kits for mothers and babies in Haiti. So I did a blood drive with Memorial Blood Centers, and basically my role in it was coordinating with Memorial Blood Center and my church, which is where we held the blood donation. And so we ended up having 30 pints of blood, and my original goal was 25.
The sisters' achievements are all the more impressive, considering that their troop has only been around a couple of years, and all their fellow troop members share the distinction of being founding members.
They've absolutely put in a lot of work. You have to have 21 merit badges to get to Eagle, and that all takes time.
Ellie would like to remain active in Scouts and see her troop flourish.
I've seen a lot of troops that they just don't get many new recruits, and the older Scouts just kind of drop out after they get their Eagle, and I want to try to not be one of those Scouts.
An Eagle Scout can still earn palms, representing numbers of merit badges above the 21 required for Eagle. But for now, Kirsten would like to take in what she's accomplished.
I feel like I did all the hard work, and I kind of just want to have fun in Scouts and help other people get through all the hard work as well.
In Hamel, Neil Persley, CCX News.
If you go out to Eastman Nature Center this weekend, you might hear a familiar sound. Tap, tap. Naturalist Elaine Tucker tapped a tree for us and showed us how fast the maple sap was flowing. We counted 96 drips per minute, and Elaine thought it would go higher as the day got warmer. There are several maple syruping programs in the Three Rivers Park District happening over the next few weeks. Some volunteers say it's their favorite time of the year.
Every season when we go, when's it maple syrup time? And the staff and the volunteers get very, very excited because this is our spring ritual. This means spring is on the way, and the trees are giving us their sap, which is our spring elixir, and it's just fantastic.
At the Eastman Nature Center, the trails will be open with interpretive signs, demonstrations, and you can learn from naturalists how maple syrup is made. You can even get a taste too. And one naturalist told us once you taste real maple syrup, you'll never use the artificial stuff on your pancakes again.